I said tomorrow was out. You're out for tomorrow for sure, right?
Unless we do morning, yeah.
I think that. What? Let me see what I can wrangle. But
We're live.
okay, we'll talk about all that other stuff.
Eh?
Oh wait, you're not
Uh-huh.
wearing your barrettes. What if I wear a backwards baseball hat over my eyebrows? Is that a good look?
No, it's not.
How about even lower?
Yeah, like put it under your chin.
Good.
Perfect. So good.
Is is a baseball cap? We don't wear baseball caps on this show.
No, we don't.
Oh well. Take that, Brooklyn Cyclones.
Yeah, you idiots.
You fucking dummies. Running in circles, Coney Island.
Is that why they're called the cyclones?
Yeah, they're named for the
The weather
landmark.
pattern that goes in circles?
No, for the there's a roller coaster. There's an old timey roller coaster called the Cyclone, and it's named for it.
Okay, but was the roller coaster named after the weather pattern that goes in circles?
No, it was named for this old Jewish man who was actually a clone of himself, his Psy clone.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah, most people don't realize how common it is for elderly Jewish men to just be clones.
I had no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm,
did you guys think that you were watching a podcast about a TV show?
well,
This is
fuck
about Jewish
you.
clones.
Obviously, we've been talking about that for months.
Let's clap it in.
Okay,
Woo! What's going on, you guys? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa.
I'm Tressa.
And I'm Josh. How are you, Tressa?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Is something wrong?
No, how you doing, Josh?
Fucking great.
Ah, that's awesome.
I'm firing on all cylinders.
No further questions, Your
I'm
Honor.
unstoppable.
Yep,
I'm limitless.
those are all good movies.
I feel so alive for the very first time. And I think I can fly. Is that
Let's clap it in.
POD? Is that POD?
I have no, what is POD?
I think that was like a 90s new metal band.
I, I was not a fan. I don't know.
No, me neither.
It sounds like a lie.
I remain not a fan. But some things just live rent free in my memory for no reason.
That's fair. I understand that. So
Did you want to
Colin's over.
did you want to start over? We can.
No, that's stupid, Josh. Why would I do that? So Colin's at work, right?
Okay, guys, hold on a second. First of all, we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We're here today to talk about What We Do in the Shadows, Season 2, Episode 5, Colin's Promotion. If you haven't seen the episode yet, we're about to spoil it. Go watch it. Come back. Now you're back.
Welcome back, Cotter. Colin's at work.
Welcome back.
I don't know what I was expecting. I should have fully expected that, but
Should we do a podcast on Welcome Back, Cotter?
no.
Don't you think people are ready for a deep dive rewatch of Welcome Back, Cotter?
I can tell you honestly, I would rather do a deep dive on John Travolta, and I do not want to do that.
He is great on that show.
Uh huh.
Gabe Kaplan, who played Mr. Carter,
Mm-hmm.
has gone on to have a flourishing career in the poker world.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Is he go Does he do a lot of those celebrity poker shows that are on at like 2 in the morning?
I I don't know. I think that he's both like an accomplished player, and I think he does like commentary and play by play on those shows.
Is he funny when he does commentary?
I don't know. I would assume that he's like at least a little bit funny, even if it's like, it's like hard to be funny about poker, I think, because it comes down to statistics.
Josh, welcome to Poker Talk. Poker, I hardly know her. With Josh and Tressa.
Did you know that Steve Albini is a multiple World Series of Poker winner?
Why do you know this much about celebrity poker players?
I don't know. I don't know.
And no, I did not know that.
Yeah.
This could have all been really vital information when we were talking about Black Summer, the card game.
Oh, that's true.
But
That's
no,
true.
you're waiting till now.
Yeah, so super fans, longtime listeners, and letterheads, if you only listen to our What We Do in the Shadows podcast, check out some of our other shows. One of them, Black Summer. It's not funny like What We Do in the Shadows. It's just a really good, well-made zombie show.
We're funny.
Yeah, we're fucking
We're-
hilarious.
Hello, thank you.
But I
Don't
can't...
sell us short.
Well, no. I mean, we're funny when we talk about the show.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Are we funny? Are we ever funny?
No, but that's not the point.
We're a pair of boobs.
Like caribou, Josh. Say caribou, but with a P. Paraboobs.
We are famously a pair of boobs.
God damn it, Josh.
We are smoldering pirate boobs. All right, so let's talk about What We Do in the Shadows.
Why?
That's what the people paid the admission price to see. They want us to do our little dance and talk about this particular episode.
All right, let's give the people their money's worth of
All right.
Colin Robinson.
Yeah, this is a very Colin Robinson episode. If you like Colin Robinson, then
You're
love
gonna
this
love
fucking
this.
episode.
And I do, so I did.
Yeah, I'm all over it. And like, I see myself ordinarily in Colin Robinson, but like Colin Robinson evolves to a new level in this, and it's like, oh, I don't even see myself anymore.
I can't relate to you, so I no longer enjoy you.
No, I love it. We're in new territory, and it's delicious.
Mm-hmm. So delicious.
People often describe me as delicious, but once again, this episode is also delicious.
Finger licking good. So
Gross! Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you?
so many things. So Colin is at work and he's clearing his throat a lot.
Just repeatedly, he's like going through a file cabinet and just clears his throat. Like there's a long pause, and then he clears his throat again, and it's quietly tense in the office as you see other coworkers that work there glance at him, terrified that he's going to talk to them.
Or clear his throat again.
Yeah, one of them offers him a lozenge, and he says, no, thank you.
He gets called into the boss's office.
Yeah, Laura. She wants to see you in the office. And he's like, all right, I'm going to play this cool as a cucumber. And then you see from outside the office, the camera doesn't enter the office.
Wait. Before he goes into the office, so he's like, it's probably because I have no idea what this work. I don't know what my job is, and I don't know what this company does.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what the company as a whole does.
So then he goes into the office, and he's like freaking out. He's like, no.
He's pacing back and forth. He's completely, like, all you see in his face is despair.
Yeah, it's the worst thing that could ever happen.
So he comes outside to once again have a confessional with the camera, and he has gotten a promotion.
God
which is
damn
the
it.
worst thing that could happen because this is going to take away from his roomie time.
It's like the old adage, coworkers die, vampire roommates, they're forever. That thing that everybody says all the time.
Yeah, it's just a very common phrase that
Yeah,
we all say every
yeah,
single day.
that's right. Credits.
Back at the house, Nadia has decided it's like a great opportunity to like freshen up the artwork, take down the old, put up some new, and she's hanging a piece of Guernica that she's cut out that's just the part with herself in it. And she's like, Pablo Picasso, more
More
like
like,
Pablo Picasso.
I love the detail of that painting because she literally cut it off the painting. You will never find it.
Yeah.
You'll never see that part of the painting anywhere in any photos of it.
Laszlo's got a painting of his old ship.
His first ship. He was a piece of shit. Here's a painting of, maybe you recognize this. It's Nadia's vulva.
It certainly is. Nandor, who said you could look? And then she holds it up even more.
Stop pointing at me then.
Apparently, Laszlo invented the portrait bomb.
The portrait bomb, yes. He had to stand behind this dead guy with his two fingers in the air doing rabbit ears for 7 hours.
He still does it to this day because it's bloody hilarious. Colin Robinson enters the room and they all just dismiss him. Nobody wants to talk to him. He tries to tell them about the promotion and they don't care. They just think he's trying to drain them and send him away. And like, they're crabby. And they're like, oh, and also take this self-portrait of you. And it's a portrait that he painted of all four of them holding hands. And it's like what a 5-year-old would paint of 4 people holding hands together. I guess because it's an image of them, they can't see themselves. Although in other cases, they can. Like, we just saw Nadia's painting from Guernica.
Yeah, no, he made that in a Texas Instruments computer program that I don't remember the name of. But I didn't even think about the fact that they don't know what they even look like, really. So
Except that they can't, like, that's true when it's true and it's not true when it's not true.
yeah.
I love the inconsistency.
Yeah, same.
So, like, we have a confessional moment where Colin Robinson is like, even when I'm being sincere, people think that I'm trying to drain them. And sometimes I'm doing both.
Colin.
So, next day at the office, he has an assistant named Joanna.
Yeah.
And he's pretty sure he's figured out that the company either does playground design and marketing or landmine design and marketing.
One of the
those
two. Yeah. But he has to do presentation. And he found out that people have to listen to him because he's the boss.
Yeah, everyone at this meeting is just laughing at his stupid, lame jokes. And so he cracks more and more of them and they keep laughing. And he's like, this is amazing. I have the power of 1,000 cowboys running through my veins.
It is entirely possible that what rappers say is true and that being a boss is dope.
And like, he's giving a PowerPoint presentation with statistics. He's like, this is just the precursor to the real presentation. So anyway, we cut to him inside his office and he has like a Will and Grace mug on his desk.
I didn't notice that.
And he calls one guy in to do drain on demand. And it's like a snap. This is like a job assessment meeting. If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
I don't know, a maple.
Oh, that's very interesting. Why don't you go back to your desk and write a 2,000-word essay on why you chose a maple? And then he's ordering everyone around, and his eyes start glowing.
He's having the best time. Back at the house, Guillermo is hanging a portrait of Nadia, holding it by the ass for some reason.
Colin Robinson enters, and he's like a complete grump to the
Yeah.
roommates.
He's an 80s businessman doing business on his cell phone.
Well, sort of. He's on the phone to a coworker, and he's just asking them how close they are to the office repeatedly. It's not even like he's like buy, sell, low, high, or anything like that. He just wants to know how geographically close they are to the office.
He seriously asks like 5 times. It's great. And Nadia's like, "How was your first day as the boss, Colin?" Like you give a shit.
Yeah, like he's transformed in various ways, and they're like, we're putting up new art, like, oh well, that one's not too bad, and he levitates a landscape, and they're like, how is he doing that?
Right.
Like he could never do that before.
Nandor's like, "Man, he is a wild card." And Dottie's like, "No, he's not. He's like the top card with the instructions on it, so you throw it away."
And they're all like Nadia's like, wait a minute, this is actually a rather nice landscape that he picked out.
Why
And
have I
Nandor's
never
like,
seen
oh,
this
I'm pretty
before?"
sick of this one. Let's get rid of it, actually. It's like a village on fire.
Yeah.
And
Wait a minute.
she recognizes it as her own village, which 200 years before her birth was sacked and pillaged. It used to be a paradise, but a terrible army spared only the soft-brained. And so
And
by the time she was born, it was just a hellish hellscape,
yes,
a hellish shitscape.
yes. And legend has it that the commander of the army stood or was on top of the hill on his horse screaming, "You will never forget my name. My name is," and no one could hear him.
Because it was a very windy day, so it was like I'm sorry, it was
But she now knows who that name was.
it's Nandor, her pig shit roommate.
And then they show the painting and he's actually in it.
And so we cut to the basement, and Colin Robinson from downstairs has picked up on the chaos, and like his smile is just beaming.
Yeah, that's why he got the painting out. He wanted this. He's on the best time ever.
Yeah, Nandor's like, listen, that's not me. She's like, what the fuck is Persian Frank Zappa on horseback doing if that's not you? And Nadia just wants to kill him.
Yeah. Nada, you're being murderous. We talked about this. You were supposed to support me when I want to kill someone, she says to Laszlo.
Colin Robinson is literally glowing now. He's in his pajamas, but he's glowing with energy.
Best time. Colin's back at work.
Yeah, there's everyone or a bunch of the coworkers are in the meeting room, and there's a conference call. And Colin just keeps interrupting, like, yes, we're on the phone. We hear you.
Are you there?
This is the Staten Island branch. Can you hear me? Yes, we hear you. We're all here.
Are you there?
This is Staten Island.
Yeah, we're all here.
So the more he feeds, the more he needs to feed. And he feels amazing. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he has a thick, full head of hair. He no longer has to have full conversations with people to drain them. He can just use one phrase. So it's like TGIF.
It's 5:00 somewhere.
What's up?
Dan.
And people literally just immediately faint.
The last one, just finger guns.
Yeah. And so like he wilts a flower. He just points at people and they wilt and they drain. And the very last person that he finger guns, instead of wilting, it's like they're hurled into the wall.
The very last person was actually the camera guy, and the camera falls to the floor.
You're right. Back at the house, Nandor is like, I was doing my job. I'm a conqueror.
Yes. Calm down. It happened 200 years before you were born. I don't even remember it that well. And also, I was very drunk.
So they're like bickering violently, And Guillermo is the first one to realize that Colin Robinson is doing a mega drain. And Laszlo's like, God damn it, you're right.
Yeah, there's a shot of Colin Robinson swimming through the air down the hallway.
He's like,
because
oh
he
yeah,
can fly.
for some reason now I can fly. It's just treated like a throwaway fact, you know?
Guillermo, I need sustenance. Put your neck on my mouth.
No, I'm too weak to do it. You're going to have to do it yourself. Laszlo has gone into death mode to conserve energy. They're all so slumped.
Camera 2, put your neck on my mouth.
And we see just the barest shake of the camera no.
So now all he has to do is enter the house and they're immediately drained.
We cut to Colin Robinson, who is shaving his giant egg head. For some reason now, like, it's like the cone heads from like classic SNL, but even bigger and more bulbous.
Yeah, or like those smart guys from the original Star Trek.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. So Nadia's like, we got to kill him. It's the only way to survive. So she goes down there. She's like, I'm going to ask him to make a list. He loves lists.
She asks about his work friends, and she can barely stand.
She tries to like walk away. I'm not done with my list yet. Get back here.
Right, like there's Ellie, but I call her Phoebe because that annoys her. And then she finally is able to transform into a bat and fly away, and she gets back to the living room, and all of them are like 300 years old. They all have super long gray hair and wrinkles.
Yeah, they're very drained.
Guillermo tries to confess about killing all of the vampires, but Nandor just cuts him off. He's like, please wait until I am dead to do your confession. Yes, master.
Colin comes up. He's still mad at those guys for not giving him attention when he was telling him about the promotion.
And he multiplies into 3 Colin Robinsons.
That's
And then they start interacting with each other and draining each other. One of them wants to be called Seaman.
Well, hold up. If you say Seaman, though, it sounds like semen.
Well, let's sidebar that conversation till later. Well, you know what? I'd like to handle this one.
Yeah, because, I mean, I get it. It's short for Colin Man, like Colin.
I get it.
Okay, but it just sounds like semen, is what I'm saying.
So they go in circles for like over an hour until they finally just all drop to the ground. Apparently dead. The other vampires have been restored, as well as Guillermo, to their normal vitality. They go to bury Colin Robinson, and Seaman. They eulogize him and talk about how this was his favorite part of the backyard. Maybe, I don't know, I saw him around here once or twice.
You know, occasionally Colin would talk to Laszlo about 19th century battles, and he thought he was draining him, but he really enjoyed it, but he didn't want to tell him because then he would stop talking about it. And also, what was Nandor's like?
He tried to gain incredible power, which Nandor, as a conqueror, respected and liked.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Nadia had something kind to say as well. Didn't she?
I don't remember.
I think they all had at least neutral. She at least had something neutral to say.
For sure. So Colin pops up.
Yeah, he's like, "Ha! I tricked you. I'm alive. I just wanted to hear the eulogy."
Fucking guy! I tricked you.
Oh wait, the other 2 are actually dead.
And now we see Colin at his new job because
the original job is in financial ruin because everyone was so drained no one could do any work.
I mean, he hasn't been officially hired at this new place, but he's just going to find a cubicle and see how it goes for the next 20 years or so.
He's like a parasitic wasp. And as he settles in with his like box of stuff, and he's interrupted every person in this office to like ask if they know where his cubicle is. And then he sits down and he clears his throat. So good.
How do you guys feel about no. Hey, are you guys fans of conservative AM radio?
It's a great way to introduce yourself to a room.
Who isn't?
So there's a mid-credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
Laszlo.
He's fixed the painting for Nadia.
Yeah, he's painted out Nandor. He's painted himself in, riding in on horseback, and he's painted in Nadia with her boobs out.
She's so happy about that.
Yeah, she loves it.
But where's Nandor?
He's inside that burning building. Bad luck, old chap.
Oh, that's pretty rude.
Such a fucking good episode. So much Colin Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking wonder world.
I love to see him bloom as he did.
Right. I love to see him just bursting with power. I love to see him fly. I love to see him wilting plants and throwing people across a room.
Growing hair with a sweep of his hand. Delightful.
And then growing a giant brain.
It's only in one scene and then it's gone.
Yeah. Like he's still extremely powerful in later scenes, but like that head is not part of it, nor is the hair or anything. However, the ability to multiply.
Right. That one scene, he's got a giant head that he is shaving because he now has a full head of hair.
That he needs to get rid of.
For what reason? And then the next scene, he's back to old Colin.
I guess it calls into question, maybe he's always been shaving his head. And it's just like the hair grows more quickly.
When he's more powerful?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode.
We're a bunch of open pair of boobs out in the open.
It's pronounced like caribou, but with a B at the end.
Caraboobs.
That's probably the name of a porn star, Caraboobs.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so thanks for joining us. Sneakerheads, letter fans, long-time listening pimps.
Paraboobs.
We've been your smoldering pirate hosts once again. Mm-hmm. Join us next time on Fire Tonight.
Oh, that was concise and quick, and I'm not ready to push